counterpart under the direction of the Secretary of Defense, which is civilian, to make sure that Donald Trump's desperate coup attempts and erratic lashing out didn't lead to a war with nuclear-armed China. And thank God he did that. In a new interview out today, Chairman Milley addressed those threats from the president.
President Trump recently said that your dealings with China were so egregious that in times gone by, the punishment would have been death.
That's right, he said that. As much as these comments are directed at me, it's also directed at the institution of the military. And there's 2.1 million of us in uniform. And the American people can take it to the bank that all of us, every single one of us, from private to general, we're loyal to that Constitution and we'll never turn our back on it no matter what the threats, no matter what the humiliation, no matter what. If we're willing to die for that document, if we're willing to deploy to combat, if we're willing to lose an arm, a leg, an eye, to protect and support and defend that document and protect the American people, then we're willing to live for it too. So I'm not going to comment directly on those things, but I can tell you that this military, this soldier, me, will never turn our back on that Constitution.
Now, Milley has become a villain in MAGA world for a variety of reasons. One of them is that they see him as insufficiently bigoted against LGBTQ members of the armed forces. That's a subtext that Republican Congressman Paul Gosar made explicit when he wrote in his weekly newsletter, quote, "In a better society, Quislings like the strange sodomy-promoting General Milley would be hung." I bet you hadn't heard that until now, most of you. Yes, he meant hanged. The context of that statement, where Gosar called for the execution of the highest-ranking military officer in the country, comparing him to a Nazi collaborator, a Quisling, was about, of course, January 6th. And here I think we kind of unlock the mystery. Like, what on earth is going on? What is going on? Why are Republicans waging war against the military, the top brass? January 6th, more than anything else, that is the original sin of the military's top brass for MAGA Republicans. And I believe all the bigotry is sincere, definitely.